Alright, so there's only like one place left to go on Ember, and that's the Lakebed Cave. As far as I can tell, it's also the most difficult place to get to because you have to get there like really early before any sand so much as hits the Ember from Ash. Alright. I'll just take off. And head to Ember Twin. So Church Camp is easily visible at the top. And I'll put down right here. So Church Camp may be here, but I, for one, cannot afford to waste time landing nicely, if you know what I mean. Now there's a hole down here somewhere. Here it is. Okay, and let me just see. I think I have to go behind the stalactites and stalagmites, which can really block your way. They do seem to be going upward kind of steadily, though. So there's a sand fall. I'm going to go past it. Wait a second. Well, this is fascinating. Why can't I jump on? There we go. There is a literal river of sand. It's like water, you know what I'm saying? All I gotta do is not get swept away in it. Where am I? Ah, here we go. Oh boy. Alright. I can just manage not to get swept away with the tide here. Or at least land on something, that helps. Goodness no. There we go. And then, yeah, over here. what about this? I don't particularly relish the idea of getting hit by sand, but seem to escape it. What the? Hey, hang on. Hello? This is really, really interesting, isn't it? Look at this. This stalagmites. No stalagmites. Still no stalagmites. Cacti. No cacti. Or stalagmites. Blow me right down. Am I in zero G? Oh my goodness, what is that? It's quantum. If you've come here to look for Coleus, this is where we were when he vanished. He's been missing for 2 days now. Your strange wandering rock friend is here, though Coleus isn't. Coleus and I observed the unusual-looking rock shard and several smaller rocks in at least 2 of the caverns. I'm unsure if this is relevant. What happened before Coleus disappeared? We were examining the different rocks. I recall Coleus standing on the largest one, the wandering rock. I was taking notes and then my lantern died. When I lit it again, Coleus and the rock were both gone. Wait a second. Okay. Rock gone, rock there, rock gone, rock... Oh, come on, that's just the stupidest thing I ever heard. Okay, and that shuts off the lights. What the... Okay. I keep my eye right on here, stand on the rock, and now, ladies and gentlemen, for my next trick, I will turn off my flashlight and disappear. And reappear somewhere completely different. I haven't the faintest idea where I am. What's this here? How curious, this rock took me with it to a new location. I wonder why this happened. Curious, but also alarming, this new cave appears to lack an entrance or an exit. Also, the rock that brought me here disappeared while I wasn't watching. The wandering rock has returned. Never before have I been so delighted to see a sedimentary specimen, assuming it's sedimentary. I wonder if I myself became quantum briefly when the rock carried me here. This seems to be the clearest explanation. Hypothesis, if the rock can bring me here, it can also carry me out. Oh, I was reading that. My hypothesis was correct. I can travel on this rock as long as I'm not observing my surroundings, meaning I must be in complete darkness. I'm going to bring my mentor here to see this. Mallory is here now. We theorize that when a conscious being is in contact with a quantum object and ceases to act as an observer, explaining the need for darkness, the being can become entangled with that quantum object and they move together. Friends, Coleus has discovered a new quantum rule. He has also promised me he'll never vanish again, even if he does learn something useful from it. And so did I. Yeah. Anything else in this cave? Anything at all? Is there any more of this cave? It doesn't look like... Oh, that wasn't fair. I was trying to... Okay. And now, once again... see if I can land on this thing. I will disappear by turning off my flashlight. The ship is 166 meters. Church camp is 141. I turn off the flashlight. I turn it back on. And look at this. The ship is 109 meters and church camp is 183. And I'm back where I started. Wait a second. Was that a tree? Oh, come on. That's not fair. There, that's better. I don't know where that tree came from, but that's beside the point. And there's the quantum rockmobile. Oh, come on. I was trying to land on that. And now, light goes off, light goes on. I'm in a new location. Actually, I don't think this location is entirely new. I have been here, I think. Friends, if you find any sign of... Oh, yeah, I read this before. Hey, whoa, okay, yeah. Sorry, rocks suddenly appearing out of literally nowhere are a little bit startling. Yeah, you can even see it on my trail here. It just... poof. Right into a completely new location. Without so much as a howdy do. Okay, since I'm moving further away from my ship instead of closer to it, I'm gonna go the other direction. So, what have we learned? We learned that if you stand on a piece of quantum, I don't know, stuff, and close your eyes and say the magic word Schwazumzup, and then open them, you will be in a completely different place. Unfortunately, the game has no mechanic for closing your eyes, so I had to settle for shutting off the lights. Well, let's see. Hang on a second, I gotta refuel. And that pretty much closes out this planet. Oh, did I mean to... Sorry, I meant to press this. Problem is there's more to look at on the cities, and I'm not sure what. A Nomai named Coleus was standing on the Wandering Rock when another Nomai's lantern died. When they relit the lantern, Coleus and the rock were both gone. To travel with a quantum object, I must stand on the object and cease to observe my surroundings, meaning I must be in complete darkness. Coleus used this quantum rule to escape the cave he was trapped in. Coleus and Melaray returned to examine the rock. They theorized that when a conscious being is in contact with a quantum object and ceases to observe his or her surroundings, the being can become entangled with that quantum object, and they both move together. So what else is there? Quantum shard, quantum signal. The Nomai detected a quantum signal coming from somewhere in Timber Hearth. That's interesting. And one on Giant's Deep. Does that mean I have to land on Timber Hearth again? Then there's the quantum moon, but I don't know. It says there's more to explore in the Sunless City if I ever find out what that is. Built into the walls of it. They debated building a sun station. I don't know, maybe it's the Shrine of the Eye, because I could never really get in there. Regardless, there's a quantum signal on Timber Hearth, and I'd like to find out what that is. So I might as well mark it this way. I'm going to go back to Timber Hearth and see if I can track that signal down. Assuming, of course, that I don't crash into the sun, which is disturbingly close to here. Okay, so the one place I don't want to land is the village. The other place I don't want to land is on the moon by crashing into it. But as long as I put down somewhere here without crashing Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, these places really come at you, don't they? Okay, so I should be able to use the signal scope and pick up on quantum fluctuations. 320 and counting. T minus 280 and counting. T minus 230 and counting. I think I'm headed for the South Pole, but isn't that where the that's where like the landing area is? T minus 150 and counting. Have I ever been here before? Okay, it's getting slower. Okay, wait a second. Oh, blow me right down. So that's the quantum signal. It's a place called the Grove Shard, and it's right on the South Pole. I don't think I've ever been to this place, part of my home before. Well, now that I'm in the quantum area, took off and left this bit of stone behind. So there's a sign I'm trying to get to here. It's one of those signs like on... What was it? Whoa, okay, it is over here. In the ancient glade it's always dark, across old bark the quiet shade. In the ancient glade, which I'm guessing is this, it's always dark, across old bark the quiet shade. I don't know what that means exactly. Is there anything down here? Nah, just a shallow pool. So now that I've learned to... Wait a second, there's a... Well, it's not an actual path out of here. It's a river. I never noticed that before either. Better get around to visiting this while I can. Hello? Church research notes property of Church. I've detected a strange signal coming from somewhere within the grove in this crater. It's very similar to the signal emitted by the quantum moon, so it stands to reason the two signals are probably related. We don't know much about the quantum moon, seeing as how no one's ever been able to land on it, but hopefully studying the signal in the grove will reveal even more about it. So Chert found this. They found the signal. There's one other thing I'd like to check up on. Now that I know how this quantum thing works, I'm wondering, like, do I have to be in like total darkness? I mean, there's the shard right there. What if I landed on top of it? Okay, just landed. Oh wait, I suppose it has to be total darkness for this thing to work. And there's a lamp here. And now it's gone. But that's beside the point. The point is, I'm not totally blind. Alright, so did that geyser just relocate like quantum style? No, it must have always been there. I can't help it. The fact that things can just suddenly pop up and vanish. It's making me a little bit paranoid. Alright, well, I'll just get out of this crater. And after that, I don't know, maybe another attempt to land at Hollow's Lantern, but I'm not really sure about that. We are getting a bit close to the end right now. I suppose I could read the ship's log, though. Yeah, don't worry, it's only a couple of 100 meters away. Alright, here we are. So what's this say? There's a strange rock shard in this grove that moves when I'm not watching it. It emits a signal on the quantum fluctuations frequency. And the quantum moon. Church's research notes mentioned a quantum moon that no Hearthian has been able to land on. Well, I've already seen that. Gee. Oh, I didn't know that was there. Spot a tree, walk towards it. Oh, gee, I don't want to go to the village. I'm afraid they're panicking down there. And look at all those supernovas. You can spot like 2 of them right there. And there's another one. And there, I think, is the probe. Where exactly is it going? Is it just floating around on the place aimlessly? Or is it somehow tracking the eye of the universe? Well, gee. I'd hate to think Chirp was right. But then, maybe the eye of the universe knows this too and wants me to fix it. Or the Nomai to fix it. Or something.